Hello students, in this session I will explain you how to use if condition, if nested if, that means if statement within an if statement, if and if or. Let's see whether we can look into if or also not, but we'll definitely look into ifs, nested ifs and if and. I will see how the video will go on, the length of the video. Maybe if it comes down to that, I will divide into two parts. So let's start anyway. So in this tutorial you will learn how to use nested if formulae, if or formulae and if and formulae. Okay, whenever you see this symbol, make sure you remember to save your work. Nested if and if or. A simple if then statement is where there is a true or false condition. These are the ones that you're more likely to come across, so it is important that you know how to write these ones. Until now you have learned simple spreadsheet tasks like and to use some mathematical functions, average, sum, sum, multiplication. So we will look into more of a logical statement, bit of a programming side. Let's look into spreadsheets like nested if and if or. However, some situation might require you to be able to write a nested if statement. They may look long and complicated, but they're really quite simple once you understand the concept. A nested if statement will look something like this. If is the first word if. If this condition is stated here is true, then enter this value, else if this condition is stated here is true, then enter this value, else enter this value. Sounds complicated, isn't it? Right, let's look into, I'll break it down. Before doing task 1, students, let me do task 2, okay? So that you will understand a simple if condition. Open a blank worksheet, enter the data shown on the right, which I have done it, I'll show you. So you have to enter this data into a blank worksheet. We want to enter an award based on a range of grades. If it is like, for example, if you're entering the award for a student, if 49 or below, then it is fail. That's what you need to come up, but you will not write it or fail or pass. We will write a if condition for that. 50 to 74 equals pass, 74 or above equals distinction. We need to start the nested if formula in cell C1. Let's do the first part of the statement, okay? If, okay. Now if, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to copy, maybe can I copy this? Statements, let's see, right. I'm going to open an Excel sheet where I have already typed my task 2 here, okay? Let's see whether I can, okay, it's not working. Now what I need to do is here in the C2 I need to write the statement. Now what I'm going to do is every formula begins with equal. I'm writing an if condition. If I type if comes here, see that that's a function thing. Open the bracket, okay, logical test. So that means logical test value if true, value if false. So let's go back to my handout. If B2 is greater than or equal to 75. If B2 greater than or equal to 75, this is the formula we are going to use. If B2 is this, B2 74 greater than is this symbol or equal to 75. Okay, if it is greater than, if 74 is greater than or equal to 75, but we are not going to write 74 there. Instead of that, we are going to use the cell reference. No matter whatever the numbers is stored in B2, that's what it will be taken. If B2 is greater than or equal to 75, then it is a distinction. See, distinction. Now, distinction is the word that I need to display. So I will write the word within the double quote. That's called as commenting. Distinction. And then I close. Okay, that's one condition. And then what I have to write here? Comma, right? Comma. Very important, students. Comma. I need one more if here because I'm going to write one more if condition there. If. This is called as nested if. I'm writing if and if. I'm doing two F's or three F's depending on the program you're doing. If, again, B2 less than or equal to 75, then it is a pass. Within the bracket, I'm going to write pass, within the comments, and then I'm going to close it. Then a comma, everything else. After that, everything else, we have done it for distinction, we have done it for less than or equal to 75 or pass. Am I right in saying that? So, sorry, if B2 is greater than or equal to, if B2 is greater than, this is it. Sorry, if B2 is greater than or equal to 50, if B2 is greater than or equal to 50, then it is pass. Everything, if you are scoring less than 50, that is 49, anything less than 50 is fail. Again, because it is a comment, it's a word that I want to display, that comes in double quote. Now, if you notice here, there is one bracket and there are two opening brackets, 1 and 2. So you need to have two closing brackets. So the number of brackets you're opening here, then you should have closing brackets that must match. See that? The red and the red, there's green and the green. I can't see whether it's green or something else, but the blue or something. So the as many brackets you have open, you should have the closing bracket. Let's go through this formula again. Equals if B2, this is the cell reference, greater than or equal to 75. If the marks B2 is greater than or equal to 75, then you will display the word distinction. The word that you want to display in there should be written within double quote. Comma, because I'm going to write the next condition now. So the next condition is separated by comma. If B2 is greater than or equal to 50, anything between 75 to 50, that will be a pass, comma, otherwise everything else less than 50 will be a fail. Now, am I right? Yes, there is a comma here. There is a comma. Okay. If you don't put the commas and everything, students, you might get, see that? It tells you here. This guides you there. There should be a comma. There should be a comma. Sorry, that's not what I wanted. A comma. So, done. If B2 greater than or equal to 75, then it is distinction. If B2 greater than or equal to 50, then it is a pass. Anything else that you have got is less than, that's fail. So that's done, and then press enter. So you see that? 74. So that was the condition that we had. Anything less than 75 to 50 is a pass, less than 75. Then I'm just going to replicate it. 67 is pass, 98 is distinction, 52 is pass, fail is 41 is fail, 61 is pass. So if you click here, you will see the formula again there. If you click here, you will see the formula again there. Students, this is not mandatory. If you guys okay, alright, if you enjoy programming, go ahead, try it. This is not in your syllabus, but I thought, let me introduce you guys to if concept. But yes, you will definitely enjoy it. Those who love programming, those who are bit into mathematics, coding. So greater than or equal to, anything greater than or equal to 75 is distinction. Anything greater than or equal to 50 but less than 75 is pass. All else will be fail. That's your task 2. Next, move on to the next one. I'll go to the first one now. So now at least you have an idea how to use the if function now, okay? Now let's look into task 1. Now set up a spreadsheet with the data on the right. You need to type this data into a spreadsheet. We need to write our nested if so that we can find out the correct commission they should earn. This is what the nested if function should look like. See, if you know, sometimes if you are doing the sale between 1 to 10 pound, then you will get a commission of 10%. If you are doing a sale of 11 to 100 pound, then you will get 15% of commission. Over 100 pound, it will be a 20% of commission. So here it should earn, it should display here what's their percentage of commission in this. So that's what we are going to write the condition here. Equal, if B2 less than or is equal to 10, then it is B9. B9 is this, students. And why it is given in dollar, when you write it, the dollar before B and after that, it will access the value of that. This is the computer terminology. The dollar access the value that is stored in B9. It's in the memory of the B9. If B2 less than or is equal to 10, the first part, look, 10, then B9. B9 is 10%. If B2 is less than or is equal to 100, then it is B10. B10 is what? 15%. Everything else will be B11, that is 20%. So that's what we need to write in our statement. It's here explained here. So the same thing that I explained you, 2 sets of bracket, the equal condition and everything. You can have a look into that. Let's do this now. Okay, I have done my spreadsheet already. Task 1. Now commission, I need to write my if statement for under C2. If, right, equal, if, then I will open a bracket. Okay, if B2, right, if B2 is is greater than or equal to 10, sorry, less than or equal to 10, between 10 to 1, then it will be 10%. See, less than, this is a less than symbol, less than or equal to 10. So less than or equal to 10, then what? Then this is B9. So another way of doing, because just to access the memory value, what is stored in that, we can write $B9, and then, sorry, once again, oh, false. See that my statement wasn't completed, so that's why I'm getting that. I'm writing the dollar symbol again then. Okay, $9 means it is B9. It's not yet completed. My statement is not yet completed. I'm going to do that again. Again, one more if condition. If B2, what is next? Less than or equal to 100. Less than or equal to 100. Then $B $10. 10. Okay, see that? That's 10. It's highlighting. Everything else will be $B11, because here in my previous example I was showing distinction, pass or fail, so I was writing the comment, but here instead of showing the words, I want to display those commission values in there. That's why I'm getting that. So if B2 less than or equal to 10, then it is B9. If the sale is between 1 to 10 pounds, then it is B9. If it is between 11 to 100 pound, less than or equal to 100 pound, then it is 15%, that is B10. Anything over 100 is B11, 20%. So that's why you will write it. And also you should have closing brackets, same number of opening brackets. As brackets you have opened, you should have the same number of closing brackets. 1, 2 opening brackets, 1 is a closing bracket, so we need one more bracket in there. So I get that. Then I press enter. There you go. The commission earned is here, 15%, 15 pence, or yeah. And then I'm just going to drag it. It's going to calculate the commission earned for that. For those values. So let me just double check the reference. Let me just double check it. See that? Yeah, B2 less than or equal to 100, B10, otherwise everything else is B11. So it calculates commission earned for this sales. See, I got the commission in there. Okay, anything between 11 to 100 is 15%, 0.15. Anything between 1 to 10, 10%. Anything between anything over 100 is 20, 0.20, 20. Anything between 11 to 100 is 15. They, if you want to see it in the percentage, or if you want to reduce this, you can just click on the percentage. See, there you go. You have the percentage in there. Okay, that's your second task. Let me see what are we doing on the third one. Now it is your turn. See, it's your turn, not my turn. Open a new worksheet. Type in the data as shown on the right. If the home result is greater than the away result, then we want to display home. Here, students, I think it's a football score that they are doing. So what we have to do here is, if home result same as away result, then we want to display draw. If the away result is higher than the home result, then we want to display away. Let me do one thing. I want to download this into this, because I want to copy this, Control C, and because I keep going back. Task 3, it was task 3, students. I'm just going to, no, it's not copying and pasting. I'm just going to minimize it. I'm just going to minimize this graph so that I can see the graph here. Yeah. If the home result is greater than away result, okay, see here, okay, let me just divide the sheets, divide this pages so that I don't have to keep going back and forth. So I'm just going to divide my screens. Result here. Okay, that's much better. If a home result, now here I need to do that. If, now again equal symbol, if home result, that is home result is 3, isn't it? Home is here. Oh, come on, don't do that. If home result is B2 is greater than is this symbol, students. This is a symbol, greater than away result is D2, that's away result D2. Then what do you want to display? You want to display the word home, comma, as I said, we display distinction, comma. If you want to display the word home, then within double quote type home and then close it. That's right. And then if home result, comma again, if home result is, what is home result? That is B2 is same as the away result. What do you mean by same as? If it is equal to D2, then what you want to display? Draw, comma, you need to have comma there, then draw. Okay, so that's done. I'm reading the third instruction now, comma. This is called nested if, students. See, I'm using so many if condition. If the away result, if away result is higher than the home result, so that means if away result is D2 is greater than the home result, away than the higher result, home result, greater than B2, then what you want to display? Then you want to display the value away. Then you, display the word away. So now I just read it. I did my if condition, and now I need to close my brackets. How many brackets I have open? 1 here, 2, 3. So similarly 1, 2, 3. I have done my 3 brackets, closing brackets. I press enter. See that? Now I get the result, and I'm just going to replicate it. Home and draw. This is equal to this, then it is draw. If away result is home result is greater than, then yeah, 2 is greater than 1, 3 is greater than 2, so home, 2 is greater than 1, home, 1 equals to 1, draw. If you want, you just add some more values and you can just try it. I'm just going to make it with apply bold, apply border. I'm just going. So this is my third if. Students, seriously, if you can understand, if you're following, if you don't understand in the first instance, don't worry, go through it again and again. Please do it. If you don't understand, students, at least you do me task 2 and task 1. Try at least first 2 tasks and send me the work. This is not a part of your syllabus. I thought those who are interested in doing the work, let them do it. So that's why I thought I'll do this with you guys. Now task 4, students, task 4, don't worry about it, it's a bit complicated. If you'd like, you do it, follow the instructions carefully, but I don't recommend, I don't advise you, I don't insist that you have to do it, but if you want to have a bit of a challenge, go ahead, try this. It's simple, but you need to understand what it is. Okay. Now, what are we doing here? Next part. Now, so far, we just saw how to use nested if statement. Now, in this example, next example, task 1, if or formula. What happens if this condition is not true? Then what will happen next? Logical function can also be included in if statements. It is also important that you understand how these functions work. You may be asked to write an if or statement or if and statement to combine two if condition, if and or, if or. So now what will happen? Or task 5, open a blank worksheet, enter the data shown on the right, enter the data as it is. We need to write our nested if or function so that we can determine whether or not they should be entered for the higher paper. This is what if or function would look like. If or B3 less than 75, comma C3 less than 75, foundation or higher. Let's break it down. If or, the first part says that we want to check whether either of the conditions that follow are satisfied. You then need to tell the formula what condition to check. If or B3, 75. This checks whether or not the value in B3 is less than 75. The minimum mark to sit to the higher paper in the module 1 is 75. So any value less than 75 will not be accepted. If the condition is met, then the value in the cell B3 is less than 75 and then true is stored. If or B3 less than 75, comma C3 less than 75. This part checks whether or not the value in cell 3 is less than 75. The minimum mark to sit the higher paper in the module 2 is also 75. So any value less than 75 will not be accepted. If the value in cell 3 C3 is less than 75, then 2 is stored. Let's look at the next bit. If or B3 less than 75, comma C3 less than 75, then it is foundation. If either of the condition B3 75 or C3 75 is true, then the word foundation will be displayed. It is important that any text you want to display is enclosed in speech marks. Okay, bit complicated, huh? No problem. Let's do this. Now, to go into a higher module, you need to get both the marks. You should get more than 75. You should get 75 in module 1, more than 75 in module 1, as well as more than 75 in module 2. Then only you can take a higher part. So let's look into this condition, students. You can go into a higher module. That's what it says. So let me just go into my task. Let's see what's the task number. What was that? Task 5. I have done it here. I'm just going to write the formula first and see what it comes up, and then I will explain you in detail. Equals if or is a statement. If or B2, here in my case it is B2 student. if or, open the bracket, B2 less than 75, comma, or C3 less than 75, then you will foundation. If you're scoring anything less than 75, then you will be taking a foundation module. But if you're scoring greater than 75 or more than 75, then you will be taking a higher level module or higher level course. So that's the logical statement that we are writing here. And how many brackets? 2 brackets. Yes, foundation. This is because you are using or here. You need to close the bracket here itself. So I'm going to use the bracket there. Now one opening bracket, one closing bracket, one opening bracket, one closing bracket. Or is the condition B2 less than 75 or C3 less than 75. So we are not going to write or in between in the case. So we are going to write or in the beginning before we start writing the values in there. And then I press enter. You see that? Now because both is more than 75, it is higher. Let's see what you're going to get here now. Say the foundation, because you got 174, then it is foundation. 195, why it is foundation? 99.9972 higher, 8183 foundation. Why is that? What it was? C7. 1 minute, students. I think I made a mistake somewhere here. Alright, you know my mistake? Yeah, C3. There you go. I have to write C2. There you go. C2. Now I'll get the right values. C2. There you go. That's it. So 75, because both are more than 75, I get higher. 74, I got one. You see, one of the condition is not satisfying. See, B2 is not doing. B2 is less than 74 here in this. B3 is less than 74, so it is foundation. Here both are above 75, so it is higher. Here C5 is less than 75, so it is foundation. Both are above 75, it is higher. So one or the other. So it is taking, or condition is for or. If one or other module is less than 75, then you will take a foundation course. If both are higher than 75, then you will have a higher. You will take a higher course. Bit logical statements to understand. So as I keep saying, if you don't want to break your head, no problem, no worries. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop at this point. I have explained task 1, task 2, task 3 and task 5. Task 4, I'll leave it to you, or I'll leave it to you if you want to work. Otherwise, never mind, don't worry about it. It's a little bit more complicated version. And then I haven't explained task 6 and task 6 and task 6. Task 6 and task 7, I think I'll make it in a separate video. And I'll stop this for now. Task 6 and task 7 I will explain in my next part of the video. Alright, bye for now.